Welcome to a short overview of the history of accounting in Western civilization, in a big picture kind of way. This video takes you through 5 major eras of development in the history of accounting and highlights the major breakthroughs, many of which are relevant up to this present day. What's the essence of the accounting profession? It hasn't changed that much over time. Accountants are here to record your transactions. The core part of the word accounting is count. We help you count, record, classify, summarize, reconcile and analyze. That role started a long time ago and has evolved along with developments in society and technology. Early accounting records have been found in Mesopotamia, Assyria, Phoenicia, Sumeria and Egypt. The main purpose was to record the growth of crops and herds. Human beings transitioned from the hunter-gatherer stage to agriculture about 10,000 years ago, which is not that long ago, given that our current species of human has been in existence for about 200,000 years, and our planet Earth is estimated to be 4.5 billion years old. When we moved to an agricultural society, hierarchy and structure were introduced, and the need for an accounting and control cycle, including auditing systems, was born. Fast forward to the early Renaissance, La Bella Italia, the birth of the monetary economy, where merchants depended on bookkeeping to oversee multiple simultaneous transactions financed by bank loans. Luca Pacioli was the author of a book on mathematics, which was printed and published in Venice in 1494 and included a 27-page section on bookkeeping. This is seen as the first known published work on the topic of accounting, and includes a description of double-entry bookkeeping and ledger classes, concepts that are in use until this very day. Pacioli did not necessarily invent modern accounting, but summarized, formalized and helped spread the accounting practices in use in Italy and around the Mediterranean. Forward to the Republic of the Netherlands around the year 1600. Enjoying the recent self-proclaimed independence from Spain, the Dutch were very actively trading goods all over the world. The Dutch East India Company became the first company in history to issue bonds and shares of stock to the general public. In other words, it was officially the first publicly traded company, because it was the first company to be ever actually listed on an official stock exchange. This new ownership structure drove further developments in accounting methods. The Industrial Revolution started in the late 1700s in Britain. The steam engine is an important symbol for the technical developments around the time. As machines took the central role in manufacturing and labor was largely seen as expendable, machine became the assets on the balance sheet and people a mere expense in the income statement. On to the second half of the 20th century, the advent of the computer, shaking up and revolutionizing society to this very day. Large parts of transaction processing can now be fully automated, and new ways of building organizations emerge. Accounting frameworks like US GAAP and IFRS continue to evolve, adapting to the changing world around us. And people working in the accounting profession are still here for you to help you count, record, classify, summarize, reconcile and analyze. I hope you enjoyed this short overview of the history of accounting in Western civilization. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. On this end screen, there are a few suggestions of related videos you can watch next. Please subscribe to the Finance Storyteller YouTube channel. Thank you. Public. In other words, it was officially the first publicly traded company, because it was the first company to be ever actually listed on an official stock exchange. This new ownership structure drove further developments in accounting methods. The Industrial Revolution started in the late 1700s in Britain. The steam engine is an important symbol for the technical developments around the time. As machines took the central role in manufacturing and labor was largely seen as expendable, machine became the assets on the balance sheet and people a mere expense in the income statement. On to the second half of the 20th century, the advent of the computer, shaking up and revolutionizing society to this very day. Large parts of transaction processing can now be fully automated, and new ways of building organizations emerge. Accounting frameworks like US GAAP and IFRS continue to evolve, adapting to the changing world around us. And people working in the accounting profession are still here for you to help you count, record, classify, summarize, reconcile, and analyze. I hope you enjoyed this short overview of the history of accounting in Western civilization. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. On this end screen, there are a few suggestions of related videos you can watch next. Please subscribe to the Finance Storyteller YouTube channel. Thank you.
Luca Pacioli. He is the father of double entry system. He is the father of bookkeeping and father of accounting even. He is the father of accountancy. Apart from that, Summa de Arithmetica Divina Proportioni, and he wrote a book, De Compitus et Scripturius. In that he have mentioned every business transaction has two aspects. One is debit and another one is credit. Every debit have there is corresponding credit. Every credit have there is corresponding debit. And he is from Italy, and he born in Borgo San Sepolcro. Now that place will be called as Northern Italy. He born in the year 1446 and he died 1517 June 19th in same town. And his occupation is friar and mathematician and the greatest writer he is. Before, we people worked out only one transaction, but he only mentioned two transactions. Every debit have there is corresponding credit. Two aspects is essential for each and every accounting. And development of accounting. History of accounting is thousands of years old and can be traced to ancient civilization. Early development of accounting in Mesopotamia before Christ 7500, which means 7500 BC, they used a small clay object as counters for keeping account of goods. I will show you that small clay table, how it will be. Each and every clays have certain quantities. Each object represents particular quantities of different types of commodity. So this is the clay table. This only they have used in the earlier ancient. Nowadays we are using recent trend, modern accounting systems, rules and regulations, golden rules, even so many formats. So this and that, and accounting wise also different kinds of accounting system we are following. But before they used this clay table system only for the purpose of entering the wages and taxation. Taxes should be collected from the people favor for the government, and wages will be given by the government to the worker. For this purpose, they maintain this clay table system. This is the ancient one in Mesopotamia. Yearly auditing system, Egypt and Babylonia. Yearly auditing system, Egypt and Babylonia before Christ 500, which means 500 BC. Babylonia is called City of Commerce. They kept detailed record, royalty of royal inventory. Do you know which city is City of Commerce at present? That is New York. Appointing the revenues. In Greece, 4000 BC. Memorandum, that is day book of daily basis, and ledger on monthly basis. So each and every every day's transaction will be recorded in memorandum, and monthly transaction is collection of all the day's transaction. That is ledger book. They will prepare that ledger book month wise. Then 700 BC in Rome also they have followed the same system, like daily transaction memorandum and monthly transaction ledger account. Sophisticated from the government accounting. In China 2000 BC, they have followed some procedures for accounting, similar for financial management book. In India 300 BC, Mauryan Empire is the greatest empire, and Kaudilya. Arthashastra is the book. In that book he have mentioned only few detailed aspects about maintaining of books of accounts. The Kaudilya in Arthashastra, they have mentioned about accounting system. In India, father of accounting, it is Luca Pacioli, already you know, very well known person. First person to publish a book on double entry bookkeeping in the year 1494. He defined much modern day thinking about debit, credit, journal, and ledger. With industrialization came a need for advanced accounting methods. Because of this, dedicated accounting professionals were needed. But you know, when chartered accountants came to the world, concept of chartered accountant came in the 19th century, mid of 19th century. A group of accountants petitioned to Queen Victoria for a formal recognition of the responsibility of the profession and of the varied expertise of the working with it. But we found and established Institute of Chartered Accountants. American Institute of Certified Public Accountants was established in the year 1887. Now you know, accountancy is a new concept. And year by year, country by country, they have used before different kinds of methods, but now commonly acceptable methods given by AAA, American Accounting Association. All over the world, all the accountants can follow it. If you become a Chartered Accountant of India, you can work all over the world with the help of CMA. Even this American Accounting Association also before AICPA, but year by year they also changed their definitions. You know, before accountancy, in between count, one word was there. So that count, with the help of that, they are telling it is an art of recording, classifying, measuring, summarizing, interpreting, analyzing, and reporting. So these all are steps in an accounting. But now, in our previous video, I told you what they have given the present accounting definitions.